Hi everybody, this is the website boy from the websiteboy.com, and on the last video we learned how to pass data into the function. So we were calling the function and passing some data into the function. We did not learn how to grab data from here and pass it back to where it came from. So we're gonna learn that on this video here. Is those usually when you pass data into a function, you want to do something with it, and then you want to return it back either with a calculation or some type of value, and that's what we're going to do in this video. It's going to be awesome because we're going to build a little program. It's going to calculate a sales total. It's going to make the calculations, going to give the user some feedback on either do they have to pay shipping, do they have to they get taxed for the item. It's going to be a couple things happening there, and it's going to be awesome. So anyways, let's go ahead and build this. Let's do a save as on this document. You're going to learn a lot on this little program that we're going to be making. So passing data, we're going to call this returning data. Returning data into the function. And if you don't have, if you need the exercise files for this tutorial, let me know. They should be available on my website. If not, let me know. All right. And the link should be below this video. Into the function. All right. All right. So let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is open this in the browser. Open right here, right here. All right. So just minimize this. We don't need it anymore. What we do need is this, and we should be in our JavaScript folder. If you don't have that, go back to the tutorial and to the beginning of the series, and I'll show you how I structure my files. Anyways, so this button here is not doing anything right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to change the name of this function. The first thing that we're going to be doing is that, and we're going to give it another name. All right, so let's call this sales cow. All right, that's the name of the function, and we are going to be copy and pasting this here into this on click attribute, and this button here is going to call our function, and we don't want to pass any parameters there because we're going to ask the user for a value, and then when we get that value, we're going to pass it into the function. All right, so first let's go check it to see if this function is actually working, right? So let's go ahead and grease on and display something on the screen and see if it's working. Want to make sure that it is working before we start. Should be working. Refresh, and there we go. Hello. All right, so that function is working. All right, so the first thing that we want to do is that we've got to start. Well, this is the first thing that you do when you are designing a program. You first need to know what issue you are going to be resolving. Now, this is the issue with a little program. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat what it is. We want to grab the user's input, and then we want to use it to make some calculations, and depending on the value that the user inputs, on the price, on the total of his order, we are going to be displaying some messages back to him. We're going to display the amount, and what we're going to display, what, if you, let's say if the user makes a purchase over $200, we want to actually offer him free shipping. If he does something less than that, we want to add shipping, and we might add taxes. All right, so that's one of the things that the function is going to be doing. All right, so let's say we have this function here called sales cow. The first thing that we got to be doing is getting a input from the user. So let's make a variable here. Let's use a function called prompt, and let's get a merchant, because we got to get this from the merchant, right, from the computer, from the software of the merchant. So we're gonna get that into these variables. So merchant total, or merch total, whatever, and then we're gonna use a number function, this number function, to convert anything that comes as a string into a number. and it could be a float or it could be an integer. We don't know what the user is going to type in there. Please enter your total, order total, right? So now if I refresh here and there we go, just by refreshing is doing that. So we don't want to do that. We want to just get this only if when we click on this button here, right? Well, it's gonna, the first thing it's gonna do is this anyway. So, all right, so that's fine because the first thing we want to do is greet the customer, and then we execute the function when we click on this button there. Or we should actually include this here. No, let's do it outside. That's fine. Let's do it outside, and then we pass a parameter by clicking here. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to call the function and pass a parameter. So we're going, if you notice, we're going from the top to the bottom there. That's how we design we are design programs from top to bottom always. So we're gonna call the function, is gonna be called sales cow, right? And this is how we call the function. And then we want to pass it the merge total here. Now when we pass this merge total, it's gonna come, is gonna pass it, this parameter is gonna come into this function. We need to receive it, we need to catch it. And the way we catch it, if you looked at the other tutorial that I made, is by putting another variable here. We can name it whatever we want. It doesn't have to be the same name. They go in order. So if I have all the parameters, I would pass them right here, and I would have to do the same thing here for that to take effect in here. But anyway, we are only passing one, so we need to worry about one. So now that I have merged total, I want to actually alert it just to know that this is working. I want to know if it's working. All right, so enter the total is 100. Now it's not, then it displays 100. See that? Because it activated that function and it gave it to me. It gave it back to me. So we're not even using this button right here. We don't actually need it. Yeah, I don't even know why we have it here. So let's just right there and displaying it back. So we're getting that value inside the function. Now that we have this value inside the function, let's go ahead and make some calculations. First thing is we're going to make a variable called cow, sales cow. Actually, no. We're going to make a variable called order total. Order total, that's fine. Sales cow is the name of the function, so excuse me. So now this variable is going to be empty because we're going to use this variable to do other things. So we want to keep it empty now, and we want to make some conditions so that way we can make some calculations. So let's go and make a condition. If the first condition is if merge total is, so let's say if the user buys something over $200, right? So if merge total is actually over, is the opposite, right? Right there. Over or the same as $200 or equal to $200, we want to do something. What do we want to do? First, we want to transfer, we want to do this, right? We want to grab the merge total, right? Because we still have this here and we need to use it. So we are converting this into order total. This is going to be the order total. And then we want to display something. We're going to tell the user. Usually we do some calculation, but I will do that below. I'll show you right now. So we're going to tell the user because your order, order is, and then we're going to append this here, is you get free shipping and tax excluded, and no tax. Let's just put no tax in there. All right, so let's try this real quick and see how that works. Refresh. We're gonna make this 200, and then because your order is 200, you get free shipping. So let's that was too much space there, right? Actually, it was right here. And then I want to actually append something here, right there. So let's try that now. 200. Because your order is 200, you get free shipping and no tax. That is great. So we're getting that value inside the function there. Now the next thing is I want to check for something else. I want to check for another value. So let's do a else if statement, and let's check to see if merge total, right, is less than some value. So if merge total is, this is the, it's less than, I say, $100. Let's first convert this into this, and then let's alert the user. And we're not gonna even make any calculations right here. um, I make some calculations below and I'll show you in a minute. If merge total is less than 100, you will get just free shipping, but you need to pay tax. You need to pay tax, right? And then we can go ahead and add the total, add the taxes into the we can add the taxes right here, make the calculations. So we have to do is multiply the 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 price times the percentage and add it to the price at the end. We can make that calculations, right? Very simple, but we're not gonna make that because I don't feel like it. I just want to show you how to pass parameters um, from a user into the function, and then depending on that value here, we do something, right? So let's do an else statement, and we can also say if else. So if it's less than 100, so if it's between 100 and 200, because this is gonna say else. The only else that there is either between 100 and 200, between 101 and 200. Then we do something, right? So let's um, let's make the order total, this merge total, equal to this plus, and we're gonna add, I don't know, $10 for shipping. And let's add, you know what, let's make a calculation here so you see how this is done. Let's add um, let's do some calculations. All right, all right. All right, so sorry, I have to kind of quiet down a little bit so I can go ahead and do something here. uh, See what I'm doing here is the order of operation 0.8% multiply. So we're adding $10 plus the percentage, and we are minimizing this. Um, so all right, so we add $10 to the order, right? And then we grab, and then we add the merge total and this, right? That's fine. Then we add that to the um, try to make this, then we multiply it times this, and then we add everything. All right, so here it goes. All right, so we grab the merge total, we add $10 to it, which is the shipping, and then after we finish with this calculation, actually this is done first. We multiply the percentage, the tax rate, times the order, which is a merge total, and then we add it to the, we add $10 to it and add merge total again to it. All right, so and then we display, you get, because your order is order total, you get charged $10 for shipping, and 8% tax. Right, so we should be good. Let's see if that works out. Right, if I'm not twisted, I think I drank enough coffee to make this happen. All right, so we have the end of the function right here. We should be good to go. Let me see, make sure that that's the end of the function. All right, let's see how that works out. So enter your order total $100, and because your order is 100, you get free shipping and no tax. Let's enter less than 100, 200. 200 you get free shipping. Okay, less than 100 would be 90. Because your order is 90, you get free shipping and no tax. You get free shipping and pay no tax. You get free shipping and you need to pay tax. So free shipping. Hold on. All right. It's less than 100. You will just get free shipping. Jesus, right here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm twisted today, man. I am twisted. My logic was really bad there. All right. So you get free shipping and no tax. And if I do $80, you will just get free shipping, but you need to pay tax. And tax, you don't spell it like this, right? That happens when you only get 2 or 3 hours of sleep a day. And let's see, and this is below, so anything in between 100 and 200. All right, so let's do this and let's make this 120. And then because your order is 139.6, you charge, Jesus, you charge $10 for shipping and 8% tax. All right, so let's make this more dynamic, right? Let's just all right, this calculation in the future, I would have made it um, the tax is already included there. So I would probably go ahead and do this merge total, because I want to display the current uh, price that he's paying, right? And then I want to display the total amount with the tax. You get charged $10 for shipping and 8% tax. Your total is whatever. And let's do another one. Your total is, because we need to give him his total. All right. So let's just give him his total, because we already made the, we're letting the user know right here how much they are paying and what's gonna happen. All right. And then here we just give them the total. All right, so I hope you understand. If not, I'm gonna recap in a moment, so don't worry about it. I just need a little bit of a space so that I can write this. But if you're understanding, great. If not, just give me 1 second and I will explain everything right now. All right, so your auto total is, all right. So let's see how that works. All right, let's see if everything is correct. So let's make something less 120, because that's what we're checking. Because your order is $120, you you're charged $10 for shipping and $8% tax. Your total order is $139. And all right, so we're gonna put the little. I'm a perfectionist. All right, so please bear with me. You will be charged $10. All right. All right, so perfect. All right, let's recap. Now this should be working perfect. Let's go ahead and put 120, because your order is 120. You will be charged $10 for shipping and $8% tax. Your order total is 139.6. All right. So let's recap and see how this is working. All right. First of all, all right. So we get the input from the user right here, and we use a number function to kind of filter out any strings and make it any either a float or an integer, depending on, it doesn't really matter with this function. We don't have to use parse int like we did back in the day, back in other tutorials. And all right, so we get this value here converted into a number, and we pass it in through here. We pass this variable through this function by calling the function, right? So when we call the function, we pass this value and we receive it here inside the function, inside the parameters of the function as a parameter, and then we start using it inside the function. We first make a variable, an empty variable to use to make calculations. So we put a couple conditions here. If the merchandise total, which is this amount here, is over 200 or equal to 200, then we convert, all right, that merch total right here, we assign it to the variable order total, and then we do some stuff with it. Then we alert the user, your order is whatever he inputted right here, because we converted that variable there to that order total, right? And then here we are testing another condition. Else if, so if the order is less than 100, then we do the same thing we did here. We convert the variable from the original name merge total to order total, and then we make another alert here, right? And let the user know now that they just get free shipping, but they need to pay tax. And here else, if the order is between 100 and 200, because it's another possibility. It's either above 200, below 100, or in between. So the else is for the in between order. So we grab the merge total variable that the users using, that we're using to get the user's input. We are adding $10 to it, right? But actually, first we start from the left to the right, from the right to the left, right? Remember that when we are assigning values. So first, we use the order operation here to put in parentheses to make sure that this is done first, even though it's gonna be done first since it's multiplying. But anyways, we wanted to make sure. So we multiply the percent, 0.8% times the total of the user's input, right? And then we add that, all right? This calculation, we add it to the total again of the order, and plus $10 for shipping. And then we alert the user with the original purchase amount here, and we let the user know that they will be charged $10 for shipping and 8% tax. And then we let the user know again of their total order with the tax and the shipping, right? Which is the order total here, this variable, right? I hope that you were able to understand it for those of you that are new to programming or JavaScript, and that I was very clear on what we did here. And if you were able to learn something from this video, please favorite it, please like it. And I want to thank you for your support. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. Again, the website boy out.